Hello and welcome to our continuous testing meetup for today. I hope you all checked your audio and heard the nice song. Before we start, we want to say thank you to Source Labs and Tui and Trendic, who provide us with some personal belongings and this time and some stuff. And also to Aurelian, who's supporting me with this, who's the big one supporter for this. If you have, or if you're interested in the previous talks, then you can start with go to continuoustestingmeetup.com. There you can find all of the old talks and see if there's something interesting. But we don't want to talk about the old stuff. Today we have Sanjay, and he's talking about debugging the testers day, common problems and powerful solutions. So welcome, Sanjay. That's your stage.
Thank you, Alexander. Thanks so much for the great introduction and setting up this stage. I hope you guys can hear me well. Can someone just give me thumbs up if you can hear me
we
well?
can hear you.
Perfect. Okay. So once again, thanks everyone for joining in, and I hope you all are doing great. Without any further delay, I will just start the session. In this meetup or session, I will just talk about like what problems are in a day-to-day software testing our testers used to face, what kind of what a normal day a testers used to have, and how they can improve in their day-to-day work, what kind of problems we used to face, and how smartly we can solve with a smart solution. So nothing, I will be mostly talking about the solutions, problem and then solution. Nothing like that you should do this and then you will become some scientist or rocket science, something like that, or anything AI related. Mostly I will be talking about basic problem and then their solution. So let me just share my screen, and in between, if you guys got any question, anything related, if you wanted to ask related to the talk or whatever problems and solution I will be sharing, feel free to ask your question, and I will be taking your question and helping with the answers. Sharing my screen now. Please let me know, guys, if you can see my screen.
Yep.
Perfect. Okay. Debugging the testers day, a common problem and powerful solutions. So generally how our day used to look like, our IT engineer life look like, it mostly look like that we just get up early in the morning and go and work and then come back. So just trying to figure out, demonstrate something like a tester's life or an IT engineer life. This is how generally looks. How can we save our time in between, like whatever work you are doing today or tomorrow you will be doing same thing, but how smartly you can do so that you can save some time out of whatever work you are doing today, and then you can do some other stuff, you can learn something else. So the very first thing, like whenever a tester start his day, his or day, the first thing we used to do the testing, right? We are a tester, so we will do the testing. And in testing, what is our job is to find out the bug. Like for an example, this is a website. So like suppose this is my web application, this is an e-commerce website, like an Amazon. So as a tester, my job is to do a sanity testing or any new build we get to test, then test that feature if that is working fine or not, right? So how we do that generally, like we generally, like let's say on this particular website we have to do some testing. So a sanity flow I'm testing, that whether I will be able to search a product then buy a product or not. So what we do, like for an example, I'm searching here for iPhone, then clicking on this iPhone, then I right click on this, then it's showing coming soon. Let's say if I select any other product here, then I click on this particular product, but here it shows notify button, notify me. So I will just click on this, click on deny, and then go a little further. Then again, it's not, there is no option to buy this particular product. Then I will select another one, coming soon, but here notify me button is not there. So for an example, if we have to raise a bug here, but this bug will be able to reproduce, we can reproduce only if we will follow the steps which we just performed. Okay, now we have to file a bug here. As in human being, we all are human being here. Is anyone able to recall all the steps, will be able to recall all the steps which we just performed to reproduce this issue? Anyone? It's like, as a human being, it's very, very difficult for us to recall all the steps, right? We cannot. So this is one thing, that we will not be able to recall all the steps. And suppose this is a production, like this particular thing is in production happening and we have pushed the release. What is that first thing a tester does whenever there is a bug in production? We try to save ourselves, that this is not my fault, this is someone else's fault, right? We always like, tester, this is not my mistake. Developer will say, no, you have missed this, you didn't tested it. So, and the region of this, what is the region that this generally happen, like blaming game happen? These are the some of the things that most of the times what we testers used to face the problem, that we don't document each and everything. We do a lot of testing for every feature, we cover a lot of scenarios, but we are not able to document those things. Apart from this, the problem is steps to reproduce the bug. Like here we are, just now we have seen that because we have performed so many steps, but we will not be able to recall all of them. And then a screenshot. Okay, so suppose for an example, what we were discussing earlier, here we found a bug that there's notify button is not there now. Now we have to file a bug. So we need the steps. Somehow we will think back in the mind, we will try to reproduce the bug and all, and then we will get the steps. Okay, now we never raise a bug, we never report a bug without a screenshot. Do you guys agree? And then we take a screenshot like this, or you might be using some particular tool to take the screenshot, but I found like many of the testers used to do this way, and then they highlight a particular area that there is a bug somewhere here, or whichever area used to have the bug, and then we save it. Then we share this particular bug with the developer. And also, like, we used to write the steps like open this URL, click search for this, then click here, then right click here, something like this, etc., etc. And then we share these steps, or like add them into the any bug management tool and all. So these are the steps which we write manually after recalling or after retesting the particular bug, and then we take that screenshot and all. Do you guys agree that yes, we people used to do something similar like this kind of thing to reproduce the bug or to file a bug, to report a bug, right? So anyone, like, yes or no, guys, what do you do? Like whenever there's a bug, do you guys write a steps like this and take a screenshot, report the bug? Anyone? Okay, how I can see that? I can see in the chat actually. Yes. So yes, okay, perfect. So at least I hear someone. So he's saying yes, Jos, thanks. So this is what, like, I have seen many people. It's been like so many years for me. So we all follow this kind of practice. Now, how can we automate this particular process of getting the screenshot and getting the steps, and as well as, like, whenever you will report a bug or you will go to developer, they will always say in which browser you were testing, whether it was Chrome and Firefox. The moment you will figure out like, okay, I was testing in Chrome, they will say, no, go and test it in Firefox. What was, if you will say like, okay, Chrome, you were supposed to test, then they will ask you the Chrome version, what was the version of the browser, if you were testing on Mac or Windows. So all that information you have to gather, and they will ask you. So how you can get everything ready made without you doing anything extra? You will be doing that. same thing. So for that, we have it here. This particular, a very simple tool, Test Case Studio. What it does, it helps you to document these particular exploratory testing steps when you perform the exploratory testing or functional testing, whatever you call it. So whatever we were doing, it will write every single step in plain English sentences, which anybody can understand, whether even if that is your guard of office or receptionist or your developer or your manager, anyone, they can understand, okay, what you were doing. So they will be able to reproduce the step, as well as you will get the screenshot with the highlighted area and everything what a developer need to reproduce the bug or to debug things. So here you see that before I have started the testing, I already opened Test Case Studio. So here you can see that we have all the steps which we have performed there. I can simply click on copy button and paste it to my developer that these are the steps which I have performed. You can follow them to reproduce the issue. And here are the screenshot. Wherever we were performing the action, you see that area is highlighted. And in fact, here the screenshot is step name is all screenshot name also is same as the step name. So this way it will be very helpful that whatever we were doing, we are getting the screenshot automatically for them. And also you see that here we have the OS information, browser information, resolution, and time. So everything we got automatically without we doing anything extra. So it will help us a lot to automatically get the steps and the screenshot and all these details. You also get the XPath and CSS selector here. Automatically you get the data. So all information are there, which we get automatically without we adding anything extra here. Now I will show you how I got all these steps and everything. What I have done before starting my testing. What I did, I just click on this Test Case Studio logo. This is a simple browser extension. So I just click on this and that's all. And I was doing my testing here. Like I was searching, I can search anything else, just again repeating the same thing. So then we click here, then we were trying to right click here, then we selected something else. So whatever we were doing here, everything was capturing here. And you see the same thing, it is being captured. So simple thing, what we have to do before starting our testing, we have to just click on the Test Case Studio logo here. It will open this window and then you just keep doing whatever you were doing. So only one simple step is required. You just click on the Test Case Studio logo, then you start testing. And whenever you find a bug, you can just stop, directly copy steps, or you can simply download the test case here. And you can see everything will be there on that particular Excel sheet, all the information. And you will also, like it will also download the screenshot so that all things you can see. Here, there are more features that if you miss any step, you can add this step. You see that all the data here, everything is there in the sheet. You can add a step. You can also delete a step. Like if any step got by mistake and added here, like you don't want to add a scroll down. So in that case, you can delete this. If you want to add any step, you can add a step as well. So these all things you can do here. Also, like if you want to hide any column that you can hide, if you want to automate this particular test case, you want to write automation script, you get XPath, CSS selector, and lot more things are there in this particular tool. You can also record the screen as well. You can also record in any particular language as well, like you want to record in French, German, or in any of your local language. Then in that case, you can change these keywords here in your local language. So that like detailed tutorial is there on my selectors of YouTube channel. So that also can be watched and done this way. And also another thing, like if, for an example, this was not a bug for a second, it was a happy flow, we have done the testing, then in that case, you can keep it saved as a test case or as a proof of testing that you have done, you have covered this scenario. So in that case, like in future, if there will be any production bug, so nobody will be able to blame you or finger on you that you haven't covered this scenario. You always have a proof of testing that I have done this testing and here is the proof. And it was working at that time. And here are the screenshot. for every step what you have done the testing. So this all was working. There could be something else which right now is not working. Okay, so this is the very first thing which we will solve. So very first thing is this: we do the exploratory testing as in like tester in our as soon as our day start, then we file bug, and this is how we solve our problem. So, and you can record test cases in any language. Here are some of the features of Test Case Studio. You can record steps, screenshots for bug filing, documentation, screen recording is also there. And you can record in any language and you get XPath, etc. And how can you get this? Here on SelectorSub website, selectorsub.com, you have this Test Case Studio. If you click on this, it will open the homepage and you just go to click on Add to Chrome or any browser. So here you can see that this is Test Case Studio, already being used by more than 50,000 testers. And you can see that it is a 5-star rated recorder plugin, one of the highest rated recorder plugin out there. And for privacy policy, whether this is safe and secure. So this is highly safe and secure. We don't save any data. It runs offline in your local system, and we don't sell or anything. We don't do anything. So this is absolutely safe and secure. If you guys have any question, feel free to ask. Yes, Amira, it used to take the screenshot with each and every step for each and every step. If you want to turn off the screenshot, like for an example, this is taking, like, let's say we are doing something here. Okay, so for example, let me just take a simple example here. We have started this and it is taking a screenshot for a second, like for every screenshot, for every step. Let's say you don't want for every step, you can keep it off. And then you will keep performing. Just of course, like when you take a screenshot for every step, it will consuming your browser memory because it is adding here in your browser, right? Because we are not saving any data in cloud. We don't have any cloud server or anything. It runs offline 100% in your local system. So these screenshot will be in your browser memory, right? So you don't want, like, let's say you have recorded 10, 15 steps or 50 steps. So in that case, 50 screenshot will be there and you don't need all of them. So at any point of time, whenever you feel that, okay, there is a bug in this particular point, you know that, then in that case, you can turn on this and then take a screenshot at that moment and it will add that. So whenever you want to keep it off, you can keep it off. If you want, you turn on. I hope that answers your question. Great. Okay, so this was the first thing. And this is how our testers day start. Now, next thing, before I continue, any other questions, guys? Anyone here was using Test Case Studio before? Okay. Okay, I'm just continuing. If you guys get any question, feel free to put in the chat section and I will take them. Okay. Next thing, like when you are doing the exploratory testing, like for an example, we are here on google.com or any other website, like anything. Let's say we are on Amazon, any website we are taking the example. Now we have to do some login scenario testing or search functionality testing or credit card or payment page testing, address field testing, a lot of things we have to do. For that, we always need the data, right? As a tester, we always need the data, fake test data, because like, let's say credit card field we want to test. We will cover a lot of scenarios like wrong data, correct data, different username. If there is an email field, we will be testing with a different kind of email IDs as well, different password combinations and all. So we need always a lot of fake test data, whether it's exploratory testing, functional testing, manual testing, or even if it is automation also, we need a lot of fake test data. I'm sure you all must be generating fake test data in a different ways. Some of you might be using some JS Faker libraries. Some of you might be using ChatGPT now, and there might be few applications as well in some ways. And maybe there might be a chance that some of you might be even writing in Excel sheet as well, right? So to solve this problem, considering our tester scenarios, we have developed this particular single page web application, autotestdata.com, using which you can generate the fake test data just in simple 3 clicks as per your requirement. You need not to type any kind of prompt. You need not to think that what prompt you should give, what things you should give so that you get the correct data. Here, the UI is very friendly. You get a very friendly interface, which very simple explanation. Like, let's say you need a name, phone number, email, currency, number range. For an example, you just need this set of data, whatever is by default there. Then in which format you need, JSON format for second, how many rows you want to generate, then click on generate. So you got the data here. Now, let us change. In place of name, you just need first name, you select it. You can duplicate this row, you need a last name as well, you can select this. Phone number, from which like you can select this in what format phone number you want. Your company local code you can add, let's say mine is +91, so I can say +91. How many digit that I can select. Email ID, let's say I want to generate email with my company domain, so I can give this company domain name. Currency I don't need, I can delete this. Let's say I need a number range also. Suppose I need number range from 10 to 2000. And I also need the credit card data. Let's say credit card I need suppose password as well. Password field I need after email, so I can just keep it here. Weak, strong, I can choose what kind of password I need. So this is the data we need here right now. Let's say in XML, let's say I need CSV format, I can choose this. How many rows? I need 30 rows. Click on generate, and the data is generated here. You will see that data is not like ABC, XYZ, something very fake. It's a kind of like genuine data, which will be helpful for me. So I can see that, okay, this is working fine for me. Now, suppose here we need, if you're working with Cucumber framework, you need this data. You need to generate the property file with the separated by pipe. You can select this and click on generate. Directly, you got the property file. You can simply either you copy or download file. So this way, very easily, you can generate the fake test data, which will help you guys to generate the data for your exploratory testing or whatever kind of testing you need the data. You can simply generate from this particular application. There is no need to download or maintain any kind of code to generate the fake test data. Like sometimes people use the Faker libraries and all. So you don't have to maintain anything. Whether you know coding or not, you can simply generate using this UI. You can see already like more than 42,000 testers are already using it, using this autotestdata.com to generate the fake test data. If you guys have any question, any feedback, please let me know. Before we jump on to the next problem of our testers while debugging this. This was autotest data. Okay. So as a testers, we have done exploratory testing. Like we, as soon as our day starts, we do the testing, exploratory testing, the build we got. So for that, we have tested and we got the data, we filed some bugs and all. Now, whenever we get the build, like for an example, we got a build here for this particular feature. Keep shopping for this particular feature, we got a build. We did a testing for this. But there are chances that there might be some more links, anchor text has been added on this particular page or some other page, or for this drop down itself, say some links might have been added. So how link testing is very, very important. Like whenever we push a build to the production, do you guys test all the links, new links has been added? Because link testing is very, very important when you are testing the web application. Do you guys agree? Like whether it could be from the user perspective or from the SEO perspective, user experience perspective. Like if any of the link will not be working here, it will give a very bad user experience. So how do you guys do the link testing? Do you guys really even do the link testing for your website whenever you push a release to the production? I just wanted to hear yes or no from you people. Like let's say I'm pushing a build for this particular feature to the production, or you are doing that production push. Do you guys do the link testing? Yes, I mean like that's very obvious. We don't do even I don't do. Uh, when I was testers, I doesn't do always. And those whenever we do also, like even in sometimes in interviews, when interviewer asks how we do that, or if we have to do that, what we do, we write a Selenium script, find out double forward slash a, find out all the links, then get the attribute href, then get the URL value for each link using the for loop, and then run a status code for each and every link, get the status, and then write a report using the code and run the code. That used to take a lot of time and a lot of energy required to run that piece of code for each and every page. So how we have solved this problem? How can we solve this problem so that we can get all the valid links, invalid links, valid redirect link, or whatever is required there, all the warnings. So basically, we want to solve this problem of link testing, because link testing is really required from many perspective. Generally, we don't do that. So these are like a small uh, area of testing, which if we do, then we waste a lot of time. If we don't do, then we make a mistake. There's a bug. There are high chances that we might push bad links in production, which might end up affecting or impacting our SEO of our website. So for that, we have this check my links. Check my links, again, a browser plugin. Using that, you can just get all the reports and every links. You can test all the links of your website just in single one click. How? Let's say, for an example, I will show you in the first very simple one, google.com here. What you have to do, you just have to click on this logo of check my links, and you will see all the links are being verified here. Total links, there are 26, valid links 9, valid redirect link 16, 70. There was one in the queue. Now all of them has been verified. We got the status code here. So this is between 200 to 300 status code. Then this is 300 to 400 warnings, invalid link. There are no invalid link. If you want to view the report, you can just click on this. You can see all the URLs, their status code, and the label now, that what is the label of this particular URL on this page. And here you can, if you want to copy URL, view URL, you want to download report, or everything that you can do from here. So this is how you see that just in single one click, you can get the report. You can download as well for future purpose. So this becomes like now very simple for, again, now I will show the complex thing here. Like let's say I'm on this page, there are many links on this page, and purposefully we have included some of the invalid links as well here. So we'll just click on this, and it is verifying. Of course, it will take little like 20-30 seconds because there are many links, and it also depends on how fast your internet is and how fast it is getting the response from the server of this particular company. So there are total 101 links, how many valid redirect, and you can see that one invalid link as well. So you see that which are valid, it has been painted with this green color, valid redirect, they are painted with this color. And then here is this red color highlighted. So this is a broken link. Purposefully, we have added this link on this page. So this is the invalid link. If I want to see the report, I can click on view, and here, this is invalid link. If we click on view, you will see that this is invalid link. So it is highlighting. So just in one click, we got to know that which link is broken on this page. So this way you can do the testing. There are many features, like if you want to change the color, like this all is highlighting in once quite a very close green color. Some people might not be able to differentiate that. So in that case, if you want to change the color, you can change the color as well. Highlight color, you can make anything. So color highlight, changing the color. If you want to disable the color, you don't want to paint your entire website, you just want the count and report. In that case, you can uncheck them. So this feature is there. So there are many other features as well. You can check out in settings as well if you want to exclude some of the links domain, that you can do if you, and more things you can do. So like there are many other features as well. With the time constraint, difficult to explain all of them. So yes, this is how you can use this particular tool, check my links. One thing I want to explain here, like which is very important here, like let's say this is the website, one of the website here. Okay. So like this is a website, for an example. If we click on this logo of the check my link, it will verify, it is verifying there are too many links, 553, let's say. Okay, it is still taking time, of course, like there are many links, and this particular extension is hitting their server, and the call is going to their server. So now you see that till 183 we were getting the correct status, but their server understood that some bot is running and hitting their server, so they immediately sent wrong status code, stopped responding, and sent us the wrong status code. So these many links, for these many links, we got the wrong status code. If we click here view, you will see that all of them are like invalid view in red color. If I click on this view all, here you will see that whichever are the correct status code or valid, then it shows green color view, which are in wrong invalid status code, they are in red color. So here we got the wrong status code, so we are showing it's like invalid. In this situation, how we will get the correct status code? Because these links are correct only if we open this link, like if I click on this view, this is working. So why we got the incorrect status code? Why it's showing incorrect? Because we haven't opened this link. It was a kind of bot and their server understood it. To solve this problem, to get the correct status code, we have introduced recheck HTTP status code. If you click on this button, what it will do, it will open the window, open that URL and get the correct status code. If we click on this, and you see that it has updated view, correct one. So not everywhere, it will be like in some rare situation where few web application, few companies has introduced this kind of thing, that whenever bot is hitting too much their server, then they start giving the wrong status code. It will not always happen, and in fact in testing environment it will never happen. So even to solve this problem, we have given this button with each link. If you want to check one by one, you can check this way, or you click on this fetch all HTTPS status code. Then it will, what it will do, it will open each and every link which has got this invalid status code, and it will verify all of them one by one, and it will update the status. Like here we have opened all the invalid. So if we click on this and start, you will see that here we can see the report, total 306, duplicate 58, processed URL 4. So it is updating the status code here, and you can see that it is opening each and every URL again one by one and updating the status. Just wanted to show you guys this one. Let me stop and close this manually.
Sorry, there are two questions in the chat.
Okay. I will take them. Once again, my browser got closed by mistake. Okay, I'm taking the questions. Would that be useful for things like accessibility testing? Yes. Like if you are doing the testing in there for links, then yes. I can see that this is only about making sure if the link is broken or not, but we still not sure if it's already redirected to the correct path. Correct? No. It will be getting the correct status. So when I'm saying the status, it means like whether that link is working or not. And but still, I'm like little confused about your question. If the link, so okay, but we're still not sure if it's already redirected to the correct path. When okay, I feel like question is little confusing for me, Amira. I think you are trying to say that when we with this particular tool, we are trying to make sure whether that link is broken or not, but we are not sure if it's already redirected to the correct path.
Yeah. Actually, for example, if the link should go to registration page,
Mhm.
so in this case, this tool shouldn't check if it's already going to registration or not. Yeah. For example, if it went to login, then
Yes,
it
yes.
doesn't report any error. Because yeah, I can see
Okay.
it report only if, based on the status.
Yes, yes. This is
Yeah,
just to okay. Yeah.
yeah,
So if okay, so now I got your point.
yeah.
Like if it is saying like man here, and if this man clicking on this man, if it will open the woman's page, that's what it will not verify. It will just verify that whatever link is on this label, if that link is working or not. That's what it will verify. It will not be able to verify because label could be anything. Like this is t-shirt here, right? And in this, there is a link here. Like for an example, okay, let me just give a simple example on simple page. Here, suppose this is English here, okay? If we right click, so there is a link here. This is the link, which is working link. But now if we change this label to some other language or XYZ, so now also it will be showing a valid link. It will just check for the link. It will not check for the what is the label on that. You got my point? Did I answer your question right? Perfect. Okay, great. Okay, so this is the check my links, guys. I hope you got that. And how you guys can install it. Here on selectorshop.com, you will find this check my links and you can check it for the browser. It's available for all browsers. And then right now it is not available for Firefox. By next week, hopefully it will be available for Firefox as well. Right now it is available for Chrome and Edge. So here you can see that more than 40,000 testers are already using it. It's quite helpful tool. You guys can install it and then you can use it. Okay, so now we have done the testing for links as well. So we are like how we were debugging our testers day is this, that we were doing the exploratory testing. We got the data and now we are making sure before we push the release to the production, we have made sure that none of the links are broken and we are not pushing any wrong link. Any question so far? Any feedback? Any questions, guys, before we move on? Okay, was anyone using this before by any chance?
Fox News alert on the Pope's health. The Vatican has just put out an update on the health of the Pope.
Okay, Next thing is like, do you guys do the, like, let's say we have done some changes on any particular application. Like for example, we are on this particular website and I'm making some changes here. So I will test that particular feature wherever we have made the changes. Like here on this page, if we have made some changes, we will test that. But like I have asked you guys for testing the links. Okay. One another factor which we generally never test, I believe, and I'm sure like you guys also might not be doing that testing. Let's say we have done change in this particular area. We will test that particular area is working fine or not. Okay, and we will test everything. It is working fine. We will give thumbs up. We will push the release. But because of these particular changes, can there be a chance that performance of this page might have gone down, or performance of entire website might have gone down? So my question is basically, do you guys do the performance check of that particular web page for which you do the testing, whenever you do the testing in general? My answer is no. Like when I used to do the testing, most of the time we used to just do that particular feature testing and we just give the thumbs up that yes, it is working. If it loads slowly, we feel like, okay, there might be some internet issue. So that's why it is loading slow, but hardly we ever do the performance testing. Do you guys do that? Okay, yeah. So as expected. So to solve this particular problem, most of the solution I will try, whatever I'm suggesting you guys or showing you guys is that like you will not have to do anything extra. Whatever you are doing, you just keep doing. So in this case of to solve this particular problem, we have this page load timer. This particular tool, what it does, it basically automatically shows you the time in your toolbar. So here, now whenever you open any website, like let's say I'm opening this particular website, you just keep it installed in your browser and it will show you the load time here of this particular page or any particular page. So suppose we were on this page, we have made some changes here. If I have this particular extension installed, it will keep me showing that how much time this page has taken to load. So it has just taken 1.06 second. Okay, perfect, fine. If I reload again this, I can see that it has taken 1.16 second. I can multiple time reload. So basically I got the time of this particular page. Now we have done some changes. I will just keep an eye that after this particular change, whatever developer has given us in this build, this should not become like 10 second or 20 second. It should be in that threshold. Whatever our company used to have, it should be in that threshold only. It should not go beyond that. Because you guys might not be aware, but generally we all have some threshold load time for our web application, that none of the page of our website should not take like randomly like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Every single website has threshold that my website, like if you guys ask me how much time your website used to take, on an average, I can say like, okay, it will never take more than 10 seconds of time. Similarly, like every company used to have like, okay, their page used to load in 5 to 10 seconds maximum. So everybody used to have. If it is goes beyond that, then you are supposed to report that. But how will you report that when you will have something like this, which will automatically keep you telling that, okay, this time it has taken this much time. So now if you open any page, let's say Flipkart, I can see that, okay, this page has taken this much time. If I'm testing any particular website, I will always be seeing that, okay, how much time that particular page has taken. If I go to any other page, like suppose I'm testing Amazon, I can just keep this here. I will just whichever page we will go, we will see the load time. And then just like, okay, need not to always report or something, but at least we are getting that how much time, which page is taking, what it is doing. So this helps a lot. This has many features, like let me show you a simple page here. If you can just click on this and you can see the detail, like what part has taken how much time to load, and then this is the total 442 millisecond. DOM, parse, execute script, content loaded, sub response, all those things, how much time it has taken, total 442 millisecond. You can see the report as well for last 100 pages which you have opened. You click and then you can see here. Also, like you want to see the average load time. By default, it used to show the latest load time of that particular URL. Like for google.com, last time it has taken 0.44. Okay, 0.44. If I will refresh this page, now it has taken 0.40. If we will click and view report, it will show 0.40 and average load time also 0.40. But where that 44 gone? Because now we have refreshed the report, so it is gone now. But what if you say that I want to get the average load time and all the load time which we have refreshed the page? So for that, we have a feature here. You click on setting and you can keep duplicate URL values in report. Click on this. And now if you will refresh this page, 0.40 will be there. And now 0.37, this will also be there in report, 0.36, now 0.39. Now if you will click and view report, you will see all the google.com load time is here and average load time is 0.38. So this way, with this feature, you can always test or get the average load time of your website or your any web page. And you can tell it to anyone proudly or confidently, okay, this is the average load time of my web page. Now, another thing, like we all test one web application. I mean, like generally you might be working at abc.com. I'm working at xy.com. So I will be always testing xyz.com, right? So I just wanted to run this particular tool, this page load timer, only on that particular application, not entire all the web application which I'm opening, like I'm opening selectorsub.com, flipkart.com, amazon.in, any website I'm opening, it shouldn't be running on all. It should be run just on that particular website. So here we have a feature to whitelist and blacklist websites. So suppose we just wanted to run for selectorsub.com. So in that case, what I will do, I will copy here. And here I can just whitelist this particular website, selectorsub.com. And I will just close this. Now, if I will open selectorsub.com or any web page of selectorsub.com, it will show me the load time. If I will go to any page, it will show me the load time. If now I will open any other website, let's say google.com, it will not show me because we have whitelisted only one. If you want for google.com as well, then in that case, what you do, click on this here, go to next line and add that URL as well. Now it will work on google.com as well. So it will now work on selectorsub.com and google.com, but it will not work for any other website which we have not whitelisted. If you want to blacklist some website, that you can add here as well. You can remove these, like you want to run in all the website, but you don't want to run in some of the website, then you can blacklist as well. So that feature is there. Okay, so this is the page load timer, guys. Okay, so there is a question from Amira. So what is the difference between this tool and page speed inside Google? Okay, so Amira, I haven't checked this page speed inside so far. So I cannot comment on that what is that one, like what is the difference. Maybe I will check and prepare any tutorial, or I will write a blog tomorrow on this. Right now, because I haven't checked this page speed inside from Google, so I don't have the comment on that. There is Lighthouse something in DevTools, so that is absolutely different. Here with this particular extension, if you know that like by any chance, if you know the page speed inside, is that an extension or something else, Amira?
Yes, actually, it's extension. Then it's like a plugin. You can use it with your browser, and also,
Okay.
yeah, I can see it do the same stuff like measuring the load time, and also
Yes,
it
yes.
gives you some grades about the performance of your website. So I can do, yeah, I can see both of them still do the same stuff.
Okay, sure. I will check that as well.
Okay, yeah,
So
yeah,
this
sure.
is basically like here with this, like we are trying to solve some of the problems. And yes, there are many other applications as well, extensions as well, which might be doing like page load timer or showing the load time of the page. But yes, this has like different kind of features which we are adding. And also like very soon we are like we have developed one more feature in this, which will be very, very helpful. Like right now it is showing like 0.84 second. So we have this feature under setting, like you can blacklist and whitelist. We
Yeah.
are adding one more feature here where you will be able to give your threshold load time. So let's say we have whitelisted this particular website, google.com. Okay. Now we want to add a threshold load time for google.com, that if any page of google.com takes more than 10-second time, then show us the alert here. So you will be able to, going forward, like by maybe like another 1 or 2 week, you will get that feature. So if it will cross that threshold, then it will show you the alert that this page has taken more than this particular your threshold time. Please check that, because sometimes you might not see this load time always, you might miss. So in that situation, you will be automatically get alert. So that will help, really help. So yes, Amira, I will check that and will create a separate tutorial for that. And really appreciate. Thank you for asking this. I was not aware about that. Okay, so this was the page load timer. This is again a browser extension. You guys can install it from here, from Chrome Store, and it's been used by quite a good number of testers. Okay. Any other question or suggestion? Okay, cool. The next thing is like, okay, we have done a lot of testing. Entire day has gone for tester. We were doing the exploratory testing, then we were doing the getting the data for that, then we checked the link, then we got the performance of the our web pages as well. Now it's time to get some knowledge as well. We have to keep ourselves updated as well, that what's happening in testing space, software testing space. So my question is, how do you guys keep yourself updated in your testing space, that what's happening in testing today? Like, do you guys know, how do you guys get to know that which all blogs has been published today, which all tools have been launched, and which all YouTube tutorial has come today on YouTube related to software testing? What all testing events are happening? What are the testing jobs are there? How do you guys get the updates related to all these things? Great. Yes, Ministry of Testing is one of the great source of these kind of testing related stuff. Test Automation University is another great Slack channel. Yes, great. Yes, so these are some of the platforms where you have to go and check. But I'm sure like these channel might not be updating everything which has been updated. Like let's say a blog has been written on Applitools website for testers. There has been a blog from Postman. There has been a blog there has been a new release on Selenium or on Playwright. There are hundreds of WordPress websites related to testing. There are so many blogs on WordPress, on Blogspot. There are hundreds of YouTube channel creators, those who used to create the testing related videos. Then every day so many conferences are happening, QA meetups are happening. Then there are lots of testing jobs. Not everything you will get it here. Do you guys agree? So how we can keep ourselves updated with everything which are happening in the testing space? So to solve this problem, we have created something known as testing daily. I'm not sure if you guys are aware about it. What it does, it basically fetch the feed from all the testing related platform and give you guys in one platform automatically and keep you guys updated automatically without you doing anything else. Let me show you how. How many of you have used Edge browser? Like I'm sure like most of you must have used Edge browser some or other day. So you see in Edge browser, whenever you open a new tab, you will always see this kind of feed, like some news and all, right? But does this feed at all related to me or helpful as a software tester for my career? I'm sure answer is no. So in case of this feed, if we will start, like whenever you are trying to open a new website, you will have to open a new tab. Then only you can open the website, right? If I have to open selectorsub.com, I will have to open a new tab. But the meanwhile, I'm typing the URL here. This feed is going in my eyes. I'm seeing something is there, some bottles, some girls, some pictures are there, some blogs are there, something is there, right? So that is going in my eyes. So something I'm like getting in my mind. Meanwhile, I'm typing the URL to open my website. So in place of this particular feed, if there will be some feed which is related to software testing, then that will be helpful for my career. So here with the same concept, we have introduced testing daily, which you can install it in your browser extension. And going forward, whenever you will open a new tab, you will see the feed which will be related to software testing, and this will help you to gain some knowledge. So you can see that there are blogs related to software testing, and this feed is absolutely related to software testing, nothing else. So this is going to be very, very helpful for me. Every time I'm opening a new tab, I will see some new feed like XLQ, Salesforce 2025 state of testing report, Lambda test. So this all, and as soon as you keep on scrolling, you will see more and more feed. You open new tab and you will get the feed here. So this way, it will help you guys to keep updated yourself with the software testing related blogs, articles, YouTube videos. Here on the home page, you will see blogs and YouTube videos both. If you just want to see the YouTube videos, click on YouTube. There you can find the latest YouTube videos here. You see, I'm sure like many of you, you already know many of the YouTubers here. Then blogs, under blogs, you can see what are the latest blog has come today. Then under events, you can see the latest upcoming software testing events, date-wise you can see here. And under jobs, you can see what all software testing jobs are available. So this is how you will get this. Yes, it has dark mode as well. So here, like you can see under customization, you will see from which all platforms we used to fetch the feed. All in, it is based on what you are collecting the feed. So basically, like we used to fetch the RSS feed from different platform, and depends on the like lots of parameter has been written, the dates and it should be software related testing related feed on their website. So also you can see that like we have exclusively included the RSS feed of the different big players like Lambda Test, Selenium, Cypress, Applitools, TestRigger, Prover, what all testing companies are there, those who used to write the blocks for software testing, like Postman, Tricentis, TestSkill, Playwright Solutions. So those who are testing companies, those who write this testing related stuff, also like those who have the like few of the bloggers, authors, those who have the WordPress website in software testing. So there are RSS feed we got, and based on that we used to keep fetching, and then we are listing that feed here. Yes, Oral, we can add the custom as well. I will show you, and YouTube as well. Like, so we used to fetch all the YouTube creators, those who are creating testing related stuff. So how you can add, like, let's say if you have any website where you write the blocks related to software testing, you guys can you can share us the link of that particular website, and if that will be having the RSS feed, we will add that here, and then your feed will also start coming. If you are writing some blogs on LinkedIn or some post which you want to add in the testing daily feed, you can also submit the post here, and then we will review, and immediately it will come here in the feed. You can also publish the event. Let's say if you have a upcoming testing event, like you are having the event today, so that also you can just publish, submit here, and it will appear here under events. We also have the mobile app as well. I will show that as well. Before that, let me show you the job as well. Like, let's say you have any testing job opening, then here you can publish your testing job as well. Now, so this is testing daily. It is also available as a mobile app. So like these days we are fond of like social media. We used to waste a lot of time in washroom and all. So there, in place of like wasting time on Instagram and all, you can just keep scrolling. Just give 2-3 minutes to testing daily on your phone, and you just keep scrolling the feed, and you will get the latest trends. And here is the link to, like, you can, if you have a mobile phone, you can directly scan this QR code, and it will open the testing daily app on your phone, respectively on Google Play or App Store, and you guys can get it. Thousands of testers are already using it. I guess today, including like extension and the mobile app, more than 50,000 testers are already using this tool. It's been there for like more than 1.5 years now. Okay. Feel free to let me know, guys, if you have any question. I'm just holding it for 30 seconds more, so that if you guys are in scanning this, you can scan this to install. Were any of you already using testing daily? Yes, Jose, it is built on Flutter. Great to know that you have downloaded it previously. It is on Flutter. Okay. Testing daily features, it used to show you the latest blog, YouTube tutorial, upcoming Q events, latest jobs, and all. Next thing, selector sub we will talk about now. By the way, any question, any feedback so far? Do you guys want to take any kind of break, or shall we continue? I'm sure like it's been almost 1 hour now. Are you guys tired or enjoying the show? I hope you all are enjoying the show.
Very much.
Great. Thank you. Okay. Anyone using selector sub already? New to me? Okay, no one using selector sub here? I have used it in Firefox. Great. Anyone using CrowPath or ever heard CrowPath by any chance? Okay, no one. Okay, so by the way, do you guys write the Selenium is sorry, XPath or CSS selector? I'm just trying to understand so that like it will help me to help you guys to explain the next things. I write them every day for Selenium Java test. Great. And what tool you guys use to write and verify your XPath and CSS selector or playwright selectors if you guys are writing? I use AI selectors in Playwright. Great. Okay. Anybody using DevTools? I write them in DevTools console, then copy them into my Java classes. Great. Okay, perfect. I got the context. Now let me just help you guys with some of the things of Selector Sub. So Selector Sub is again a browser plugin, guys, which will help you to write your XPath, CSS selector, automatically generate XPath, and any kind of selectors which you write in your automation script. And it's a kind of like a smart editor, like Selenium, like IntelliJ, Eclipse. You might guys might be using PyCharm, etc. So those kind of tools are like a smart editor. If you write code in Notepad, it will be difficult. So like a smart editors, when you start typing in a smart editor, you get the suggestion like auto suggest as soon as you type the dot, right? So similarly, like this selector sub will help you to when you like in a smart editor, as soon as you type something, like let's say you are typing something and you press the dot, you get this auto suggest, right? But if you type something like in Notepad, if you start writing code here in Notepad and you type dot, then you will not get the auto suggest. Similarly, if you are writing XPath here in DevTools, like let's say I'm writing for any element here, let's say inspect this // Now if I type // first of all it used to go up and down, and then typing text area. So I will have to type completely, like nothing is coming in auto suggest. But if same thing I do in selector sub, as soon as I type, it used to give me the option like this. I can select this. And this also, as soon as I type a square bracket, it give me the example like auto suggest. And I can quickly complete my XPath and hit enter. I can copy this and paste it in my script and use it. So this helps in that way. Now, how this can help you to learn more about the DOM and XPath selectors, different kind of web element, how selector sub can empower you to become an expert in XPath and CSS selector. If you're writing any XPath in DevTools, you see that this is showing 0 of 0. But as a new beginner or someone who doesn't know much, I'm not sure whether this XPath syntax is correct or not, whether it is actually 0 of 0 or there is something wrong. So if you copy this and paste this XPath here in selector sub, it will help me to learn this concept that this is invalid XPath. There is a close square bracket is missing. So this helps me to learn this kind of concept. If I will be making any mistake, this will help me to learn. Here, if I inspect any element in the DOM, it will help me to learn these basic concept that this element is not interactable through Selenium or automation as it is not visible in UI, like this style tag, for obvious reason. If anything, we will inspect, which is like kind of comment or something. This will help me to understand. Because if somebody, I'm someone very new to automation world or automation testing, like if we inspect this, there could be a chance that somebody might ask me that, can we inspect this element? Can we write the script for this? Can we do something? So that all things, it will help me to learn about those concepts. Like for an example, if there is any element which is inside shadow DOM, if you inspect this here, this will help me to learn this concept. Trust me, if you is there anyone who have ever handled shadow DOM element here? Shadow DOM or iframe? Yes, shadow root, Jos. If you handle shadow root elements, if you have to handle shadow root element with the help of dev tools, and you have to write your own selectors for them, and to identify whether those elements are inside shadow root or not. I'm sure like it used to take a lot of time. I have in a horrible written web app, iframe 2. So that used to take a lot of time, but with the help of selectors, trust me, it is just like this. You can do just in few seconds. First of all, as soon as you inspect the element, you see that immediately tells you that this element is inside shadow DOM. And here it gives the selector for that element as well as selector for the shadow host. The kind of like complete script. If you are working with Java Selenium, just in one click you can get the script and like immediately just add click method here, or whatever you want to perform. You are done. If element is inside multiple shadow DOM, this is single shadow DOM. Let's say there is an element which is inside 5, 10 shadow DOM. Then also you get the complete thing. Like this element is inside 2 nested shadow DOM. And now imagine whether you are writing in console or you are writing in DevTools, how much time you will waste just to identify how many shadow root are there. 1, 2. There could be 10, 15 as well. And then what is the host 1 selector, what is the host 2 selector? So all things you get it here automatically, and you also learn the concept that what kind of selectors are supported for shadow DOM element. Like you can see that this element is inside shadow DOM, which can't be accessed through XPath. Use CSS selector for it. So you will have to use CSS selector to inspect or to locate the shadow DOM element. You cannot use XPath. So these kind of concept you will learn. Like if you inspect this element and you see that this is input, right? And now if you try to write XPath here, /input. @ID. So you see that it is showing 0 of 0. So this way we will not be able to learn the concept that, like I'm sure like most of you will think that this XPath is correct, because for this XPath is right, this one. How many of you will think that you can use this XPath to locate this element? Until unless we are not aware about that shadow DOM elements are not for shadow DOM element or shadow root element, you cannot use XPath. I'm sure we all will think that this XPath is correct, why it is showing 0 of 0. Do you guys agree with this? That yes, we will be scratching our head that why this is showing 0 of 0. So here you copy this XPath and paste it here. It will help you to learn this. So I'm basically talking about the very simple concept, that how you will learn these simple concept. This will never help you here. And then what is the correct CSS selector? Correct selector for this element is CSS selector. So you just type hash here, it will show you, and you hit enter, you get the one element matching. But even if it is correct, you copy and paste it here, it will not show you the matching node, because here you cannot verify them. This doesn't support. So this is where you get the right information. You learn about these concepts related to shadow DOM, or now I will show you the iframe as well. So this is the iframe thing here. you can just inspect here, and you see the magic here. What selector sub does, it immediately tells you that this element is inside iframe, and it also gives you the XPath for that iframe as well as XPath and all possible selector for that particular inspected element. So you got for both just in one click. And if there are multiple iframe, you get XPath for all the iframes as well as for that particular element. Like 2 iframes are there. If there are more than 2, like 3, 4, 5, whatever, it will tell you that information, this element is inside 3 iframes. Imagine if you have to handle this kind of element, then how much time it will take. Right. So this will help. How much doesn't matter whether your element is inside iframe, inside shadow DOM, or inside iframe, inside shadow DOM, both, or your element is inside shadow DOM and that shadow DOM is inside iframe. Selector sub will help you with all kind of complex, very complex web application as well. Okay, so this will help you with all these scenarios. Even if any element, how many of you are aware about SVG element? These kind of elements, vector elements, are SVG elements. They doesn't support the standard XPath format. You cannot write /SVG. It will not locate the element. So as soon as you inspect this and open selector sub will tell you that what kind of XPath is supported for SVG, and auto generate, of course, it auto generate. And here also, when you type in selector sub, it will give you the right type of locator format so that you can do. And if you want to make it unique, you just type and then it will suggest. We have tutorial for each and every feature here, like what is SVG, what is shadow DOM and all in selector sub YouTube channel. So I will recommend you guys to just have a look, because in this session, if I will start explaining each and everything in detail, that will take a lot of time. So I will just recommend you guys that just watch it once. It will really help you guys a lot. So here with these things, you will learn a lot of things. Now, one more great feature, like if you want to just learn about all these things without you opening selector sub in DevTools. Okay. So there is one more way that you can open selector sub. Now, before that, suppose for an example, we are on this page. If we have to write or generate selectors for some elements, you will have to open DevTools like this. Here you will do. And if you have to use selector sub, you will have to open it. Now, suppose I am on this page. And if we have to write selectors or whatever we want to do, we will again have to open DevTools here. We cannot use that DevTools on which we have opened that page, right? So for each page, if I go jump to this page now, here again, I will have to open DevTools. So is there a way to just open it once and then use it entirely everywhere? So yes, that is possible now. And just in one click, you click on the logo of selector sub. Now it is opened here. You go to any website, any web page, and you will be able to, you have it here. You need not to open again. You can just directly access from here. You can close DevTools. And the good part of it, when you open selector sub here, we have a super powerful inspector in selector sub. You see this one. With the help of this, you just select this one and you start hovering on the elements, and it will automatically tell you that this, what kind of element this is. Like this is SVG element. So this will help you to learn those concepts. You hover on things, like this is inside shadow DOM. This is inside shadow DOM. This is inside closed shadow DOM, which is not possible to inspect. If any element will be inside iframe, that also it will tell you. So you just hover and this will basically help you to learn these kind of concepts. And if you inspect them, then it will also generate and everything it does here. So all things, whatever I have showed you guys, that comes here as well. So this becomes very easy. And now if you go to any other web page, so there also you will be able to use this particular tool and you will be having the access. Okay. So I was trying to explain you guys that you can learn about the DOM, XPath syntax, CSS selectors, error, etc. This XPath error handling feature is really helpful. Then it helps in many ways, like suppose you are writing the XPath. Generally, what we used to do, we are getting the XPath automatically generated here. We copy this, we go to our script, and we paste this XPath, right? But suppose we are typing this kind of command. If you are using Playwright or any language, any framework, that is fine. I'm just giving you guys example. Then by.xpath, and then you paste your XPath here, right? You must be doing this way. Now, if we inspect another element here, we will copy this XPath, come here. Again, we have to type this command by.xpath. So this is kind of like time consuming. Can we get this complete command just in single click so that we don't have to type this entire command again and again? So yes, we have this feature code here. And now you see that if you are using this add find by or driver dot element, whatever you are using, you just see this. And now you just directly copy and paste here. We need not to type the command. I will just inspect any element and I will get the complete code and I can paste it here. And now if I want to dot click, I can do it quickly. So this way it will be very helpful to get me the complete command. If you are using page object model or working with Playwright, you can use that as well. So you see that if you're working with Playwright kind of thing, so then you get those kind of locators as well. If it doesn't have your code format, then you can change this command as well. Instructions are given here. You can also watch this tutorial. With every feature, there's a tutorial icon. So if you guys ever get confused, you can just watch that tutorial. Okay. Now, here, suppose you want to generate the locator page. So getting command one by one, it is time consuming. Can we get this complete piece of code in just single shot? So yes, you can generate the locator page as well, or any kind of like where you write the locators. So that also you can do. Here we have this code thing. So let's say this is, I'm showing you guys with the page object model. So POM page you can generate, click on this. And now you start inspecting all the elements for which you want to generate the locator page. And you will see that in selector sub, it is generating all of them. You can click on copy all and paste it in your code. You see, we got the complete page here. So this way you will be able to quickly generate the locator page as well. You can inspect as many elements as you want. So this is how quickly you can generate the locator page. Shadow DOM, iframe, SVG we have seen. Now next thing, what if like there is a UI change happen? So generally whenever there is a UI change happen, our XPath start breaking. So in that situation, how we can verify all the XPath just in single shot? Because verifying like these many, we have it here. If we will start trying to, I will just knowingly break this XPath, let's say this one. If we will start copying XPath one by one and try to verify here, or like anywhere, if we try to verify these kind of XPath one by one, it will take a lot of time for us. Then again, come back, copy this, verify, because there is a UI change happen. Now this has got changed. So we will fix this. But it is too much time consuming to verify. Can we verify all the XPath of our script in one shot? Yes, that is possible. We have this XPath healing feature in selector sub. What you have to do, just click on this and here click on edit button. And now paste entire script like this, including every statement and all, and submit. It will fetch all the XPath from your script like this and show you the result, which all are matching, which all got changed. So this way you can verify all the XPath of your script without wasting any time. Whenever there is a UI change happen, you just verify all of them. So this is XPath healing feature. So many testers are already using this feature and saving a lot of time. Whenever there is a UI change happen, paste your entire script here. It will fetch all the XPath. Doesn't matter whether you are using Playwright, Selenium with Java, Selenium with Ruby. You can customize the command. All the instructions and everything is there. You can watch this tutorial for XPath healing feature, that how you can paste the code, how you can customize the command, and how it will fetch from your script. Any question here? So yes, Andrews, like that I was just giving you guys example so that like you can understand everything is possible. Those are just simple syntax. There might be many people who are using. Okay, so again, thank you, Josie, you asked this question. Does the pasted code remain on device or is it processed in cloud? Concerned about confidential IP. So all the tools so far I have shown you guys, they run on your local. We don't have any cloud server. All the code, everything is remains on your local Chrome, on your local browser, on your local device. We don't have any cloud. Nothing is being processed at our end. Everything is processed on your local. For every single tool, you can read the policy or privacy policy here. They all are in your local system. So we don't process, and this is one of our USP. And this is for this region only. Slactor sub and all the tools are being used everywhere in all the companies, and they got whitelisted. And in fact, like on Selenium official website also, Slactor sub has been recommended, and there it is being mentioned. I will just show you guys here. You can see that here also Slactor sub has been mentioned on Selenium website. Okay, so this was XPath healing feature, guys. And whatever features I'm showing you people, because I have open Slactor sub here, so you can see that the name, like attribute, this is attribute feature. Like if, let's say for an example, it is generating XPath with ID and all. I will also show you this. When you inspect this element, it is generating XPath with ID. But if you don't want with ID, like let's say ID is dynamic, in that case, you can uncheck this ID attribute and it will generate without ID. Okay. So this is attribute filter feature. Then here you are seeing this XPath healing and all the names are there. But if you are, when you open this Slactor sub by clicking on the logo, but if you will open in the DevTools, there you will not see these names because we have the space constraint there. So here, these are the icons for the same features, what you are seeing there in the side panel. So attribute, code, form, this is debugger and XPath healing. So all those things are here as well. So they are just in side panel, okay? In the side. Okay, so that was the XPath healing feature, guys. If there is a UI change happen, you can also inspect the dynamic invisible drop-down elements as well, bubble loader as well with the help of Slactor sub debugger feature. What does that mean? Like there are some complex element as well in general, many web application. Like let's say we are typing here iPhone. So if you see that, if you right click on this, they immediately disappear. So how you can inspect such kind of dynamic element? For this, we have a feature in Slactor sub debugger feature. Whenever you want to use the debugger, please open Slactor sub in DevTools. So here you open this and we have a debugger icon here on the right side. You see third icon, fourth icon. Click on this and within 5 seconds, make that element visible. And in 5 seconds, it will basically pause this element and now you can inspect this element here. These kind of dynamic web element. So you see that now they will not disappear until this debugger is not resumed. So this will help you guys to inspect such kind of dynamic web element as well. Once you are done, either you close the DevTools or click on this. So this is debugger feature, which will help you guys to inspect dynamic web element. One important point here, if you guys try to use the debugger feature, you need to do one setting in DevTools from Chrome 132 onwards. This setting is required. Click on setting here in DevTools and ignore list. You will have to uncheck all of these checkboxes if they are checked. Okay. I have also prepared a YouTube video on Slactor sub YouTube channel. Let me just show you guys here. Fix for debugger in Slactor sub. So if you go to channel here, you will find the tutorial. So you can see this fix for debugger issue. So I will request you guys just have a look at here if you face any issue. Okay. Great to know. Arlene is saying, nice, I had to ask to the developer to know the selector when I had to do this. I wish I had the extension. I'm sure like, yes. Many people used to face this problem. And in fact, like all these problems, whatever solutions I'm sure you guys, these all problems I have faced when I was doing the testing. So now, gratefully, I have solved those problems. Okay, another great feature in Selector Sub that you can automatically generate the XPath with respect to other element. Because sometimes, not sometimes, many times, we want to generate the XPath with respect to other element. You see that, like, let's say I want to generate XPath for courses with respect to products. So, or XPath for enter password with respect to this password label, right? So in that case, you can generate this automatically with the help of Selector Sub. Here you see access XPath, click on this, and now you inspect first password and then inspect this field for which you want to generate the element. This is the XPath for enter password field with respect to password. Suppose you want to generate XPath for courses with respect to products. First inspect products and then inspect courses. And here it has generated this. You can simply copy and use it in your script. So this is the much stable XPath we used to call access-based XPath or XPath relative to other elements. So that also you can generate automatically. Apart from these features, there are many other features in Selector Sub, which due to time constraint, I will not be able to show you guys, but I will recommend and request you all people that watch a detailed tutorial once on our channel, and you will really enjoy this. It will really help you guys a lot. And one another great feature that even if you don't want to open Selector Sub, you can just simply right click on your on the element, and here you have all the option, like you can copy XPath ID, whatever you want. You can directly copy from here even without opening this. Okay, so this is how you can copy XPath as well from context menu without opening Selector Sub. Andrews is asking, can you do it the same for CSS selector, same access feature? No, Andrews, CSS we don't have the feature for CSS selector, but you will get by default CSS selector in Selector Sub, very much stable CSS selector. If you inspect any element, it used to generate very stable and kind of like relative only. But currently there we don't have a feature to generate access based kind of like CSS selector, but we'll try in future for sure. These are some of the logos of the companies where Selector Sub and other Selector Sub tools are being used pretty much everywhere, like Google, Microsoft, or any kind of a startup, if you guys know. And we hit like more than 1 million downloads for Selector Sub itself, and more than 1.5 million downloads for all the tools of Selector Sub. With that, thank you so much everyone for joining in and staying so long with me and bearing with me. And a special thanks to the organizers, Alexander and Orlin, to giving me this opportunity. And if you guys want to connect with me, you can scan this QR code. You can follow me on different social media platforms. You can follow me on LinkedIn. And yep. And if you guys have any question, feel free to ask me here on Selector Sub website. Also, we have a live chat support. So anytime you guys can connect with me or my team, they will help you to everything. And before I leave or we leave, one last thing I want to show you. On Selector Sub website, we have this practice page. If you guys really want to automate something or you want to test your skills, then please do automate this page. If you will automate this page, I can assure you that you are one of the great UI automation tester. Because this application, this page looks very simple, but trust me, this is not that simple. It has all the complex scenarios which automation testers UI automation testers should be knowing. And pretty much every testing company today give the demo on this, and also many interviewer ask in their interview as well to automate scenario from this space. So you guys can check this out. I'm open to take the questions if you guys have any question. My name is Sanjay Kumar, and I have created all these tools. And if you guys have ever heard about CrowPath, I'm the one who created CrowPath as well. I will be sharing the this PPT with you guys, with the organizer, and they will share with you all. And I will request you guys, if you like SelectorSub and other tools of SelectorSub, please do add review in Chrome Store for them. That will really help me a lot, and that will give motivation me to work more hard for the community. Thank you again.
Yeah, first of all, there were already writings saying thank you. Thank you also from my side. A lot of input, but very helpful input.
Yeah.
So
thank you.
I'm enjoying your tools, using your tools as well in the future. Didn't knew them yet.
Great.
So
Yeah. Andrews is asking example for drop-down menu with search fields as well, because that is tricky. Do you want me to repeat that, Andrews, or you want me to give any other example for that? So like debugger feature, that is, you can use the debugger feature, and if that drop-down elements are disappearing, you can use the debugger feature. And if you ever face any challenges with anything, you can always connect with us on the live chat.
And one thing, this is recorded, so in case you can, I will share there later the recording. You can see again the presentation for the debugger activation for the search.
Perfect. Are we going to upload this on YouTube?
Yes, sir. Yes, we have. In fact, I haven't shared. We have a YouTube channel.
Perfect. That will be great. Thank you, guys. Thanks for your kind feedback, everyone. I'm so glad you guys enjoyed. Thank you, and great. Let me just share the links or download links and the YouTube channel link as well, so that these guys will have it. If they have like any quick question, they can always connect.
right, I'll just scroll up. So there's no more new questions. Then again, thank you so much for these insights. And yeah, for today, we are finished. Just a small thing from our side. We're looking for some speakers for the next time and in general. So if you have friends or some people who want to share some knowledge about testing, about getting better with some tools for testing or whatsoever, just ping them, say them. Continuous testing meetup is looking for speakers, and we will appreciate your recommendations. So with these words, if you also want to check out older speeches and so on, you can go to continuoustestingmeetup.com again, and there you also find the recording from Sanjay. I think from tomorrow on, most probably. And yeah, You can contact us at continuoustestingmeetup@gmail.com as well. If you have any new speakers or questions so far, we can forward them maybe to Sanjay. And yeah, then I say thank you. Have a good night, good day, where or whatever you have now. And see you soon.
Thank you, Alexander. Yeah,
Thank you,
thank you, Alvin.
Thank you, Sanjay. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Have a great day, guys. Bye.
Bye.